is banned from Immortals last game, and it is going to be locked in for Pobelter here. A lot of lanes with kill potential coming into this game as CLG Gaming looks to get the game back over Immortals.
Yeah, and I actually think that Taliyah pick by Pobelter was influenced by Darshan's pick of Fiora, mainly because Taliyah is such a good champion against split pushers. Very few mid laners can reach a side lane faster than a Taliyah, especially without having to take the summoner spell teleport, which is very dangerous to do against Ahri. So a lot of times I actually feel like teams ban Taliyah or control Taliyah if they're going to go with the split push strategy. CLG doesn't do that here, and now I feel like they're at the mercy of Pobelter's play.
And Immortals did ban out a champion that can do a similar thing, a Aurelion Soul, right? Someone who can join that side lane. So Ahri, while you can roam, it's not nearly as quick, and it's going to be more on Tahm Kench, on Aphromoo again, to be joining up with this split pusher to help him get those advantages, and Dardoch here as well.
Looking for that top spot. Immortals or Counter Logic Gaming. Six and Song shake hands and they make their way off stage. We see the compositions much more well-rounded, if you will, here for Counter Logic Gaming to go all the way throughout the game. They don't have to wait for too much. They can start early or decide to wait. This is going to be a volatile one. Hashtag CLG win. Hashtag Immortals win in this civil war we have between Counter Logic Gaming and Immortals.
Yeah, looking at the way CLG wants this team composition to play out, is Rek'Sai needs to control the early game up against the Elise, which is easier said than done, but Rek'Sai has insane early power at level 3. And that should hopefully act as a bridge towards the late game where Fiora can dominate the 1v1 and potentially the 1v2. Because until that can happen, CLG will have a hard time actually getting an advantage with Darshan's Fiora.
We also are really going to have to track this bot lane 2v2 and the addition of those junglers. If Rek'Sai is trying to keep this Elise down, you have to look to the bot lane where Thresh provides incredible gank assist, super strong.
Based on the start. Hawkshot, much more utilized by pros than by anyone.
They're actually looking to set up a dive here. Darshan has to push this in very quickly, and then Dardoch's going to go over the wall. Flame is low with no potions. He needs to probably flash the knock-up from Dardoch, or he will go down.
Low on Fury as well, so he's not going to get the full heal off of the champions he's fighting. The flash as well from Flame before he goes down.
Yeah, worst of the situations right there where he flashes and still gets knocked up at level 2.
Yeah, you're to eat up the Ashe after that hook lands. Olleh always lands in the Flay. Kalista is getting this free trade while the Ashe is in Tahm Kench's belly, and now they're going for the all-in again. Oh.
Yeah, I feel like it was really well played up until that moment. The Devour is up, and then it falls apart, but using that to try and create pressure in the jungle. Whoa, goes back in!
And they're gonna zero him out. That's the repel. Like Smithy gets the, not first blood, but gets the kill first. And then goes down. A little retribution for Huhi there for his teammate.
Orbit repelled with about 10 health, then still got off the X.
Back
now
again.
Huhi with level 6 before Pobelter going for play.
And Renekton is not 6. He doesn't have the ultimate to survive here.
Darshan goes in first, starts tanking, gets himself to the outside with a flash. And Flame kind of scratching his head as he goes down for the second time.
That parry is a little bit risky from Darshan. You actually can't parry turret shots, so sometimes you actually go for that parry and you're actually in turret range still. You get another shot and you die, speaking from experience, so.
Sure, bot lane, this game, they need to play themselves, also get first turret.
And now they're trying to actually defend on the bot side as well here from Flame.
I think they should be able to get out. Big Smithy's left hanging on this one. Gotta watch after that Fate's call. They're gonna, they decide not to. Skips around, leapfrog on Dardoch. But the spider goes down, and they're gonna start bringing the rest of the brooms to swat away Immortals. This is them heading through the brush. Vision is denied from that pink, so they're gonna have to follow through into the darkness. Olleh, this is just kind of a creep away here. It's a walk down the beach. Is anybody gonna go down further in the fight? Cody's unable to get a little bit of distance now. Darshan, he could rend him out. That's the bite, the devouring from Aphromoo to save his life. And going tit for tat as just love taps back and forth as they walk down the top side of the map.
And Flame is free on the bot side of the jungle. I mean, Flame is actually taking down this turret right now.
Krugs sitting in the brush. Taliyah ult comes through.
Like we have,
yeah, Immortals was starting up that Rift Herald. CLG is able to make them back off, but Aphromoo is actually holding it in combat. It looks like they want to try to challenge for this. It is very low.
Olleh looks like he's going to get soloed out here. They seem to be playing the waiting game, but with not enough power.
Aphro has still held this. They're still trying to take down this Rift Herald, and they're actually collapsing. They're rounding up Immortals.
He's baiting, too. He didn't even use hard
skin. They really want that Rift Herald.
So he still has a chance to do that. Chomps up Big Smithy. Rift Herald is going to be taken down, I believe picked up as well. That was over to Dardoch.
What a way to deny the smite. Smithy accepts his death. He decides he's going to go Leia's here. Pobelter could ult down, and Smithy is coming, so CLG may be biting off more than they can actually chew.
I like the cut. Oh, they actually go all the way back to Cody-san. Gets the flash to heal out. He is safe. Tempered Fate back, but he's blown up, so Olleh just gets chucked out. What are they going to do to Dardoch? He's taking one more shot. Killed by Flame. He gets the cull and the slice and dice in with Dominus on. And nobody can touch the big croc at this point. They got to turn tide and head down towards the turrets. It's going to be a roam up from Xmithy. Looks like he's just going to grab Scuttle, and the team might go for Dragon.
Yeah, and it's about playing it smart right now. Track the cooldowns that have been used. Immortals did end up using a fair bit there, but they still have map control from that. The question is, will CLG concede? The Cloud Drake looks like they will.
Big pressure top as well, getting pinged out there by CLG. They'll have to pay respects to that, so no contest here on the Drake, and they may have the inner line on the mid lane. Stixxay gets hit, so this is Immortals pressure here with Pobelter. Almost on the work ground with enough speed at trying to work that passive.
Very close. This is also kind of one of the criticisms I sometimes have about Darshan is while I think when you're playing a tank, playing for the team and sacrificing your lane and giving up farm is really worth it oftentimes. When you're on a Fiora, this is a greedy pick. You need to get farmed. You need to be fed, and you need to carry in the late game, and it gives up so much.
Oh, Xmithy comes up. Xmithy goes down. Just seeing him hit at Rift Herald. The team tries to go mid, and a nice shot from Stixxay.
Yeah, and CLG as a team have also kept Xmithy down much more in this game. Another aggressive play by Huhi, though, misses the charm.
Missile voyage forward, 3v1 situation. Pobelter finding himself hung out to dry here. There was a bit of a roam from Olleh to see if there was a lantern that could be used. It doesn't really relieve too much pressure on the map. A kill picked up by CLG.
Also like the patience by Dardoch right there, not taking the kill when he could have, and instead giving it over to Huhi since they know he's going to be the ultimate carry if this game goes late. Whoa!
Oh, nice from Darshan.
Still eats a bunch of damage from the Elise. They're going to keep chasing.
Spiders, they're stopping.
That was actually so well from Darshan. It's not that easy to not actually commit his ultimate. Now he does. He's roaming up, using that ultimate to roam up, it looks like.
Diving down, there's the wall. They block off the right side. Dardoch's immediately onto Pobelter. He can't get the damage in, and he's zeroed out. It's going to be Aphromoo going down next as Stixxay falls just behind him. Immortals had the jump on the fight, and it looks like they'll be able to chase this one out as well. Darshan, if he can find a target, if he can find the vitals, this turns around immediately, and it's flaming him 1v1. He throws the orb in. Immortals now get control of the river and have a little bit more room to work with, but it's low health bars as they limp away, and CLG still feels like they can fight it. Losing Dardoch without the knockup, it's just looking too scary to keep going.
And again, Darshan roams down, when he could have just taken that tier 2 turret, could have gotten an advantage for himself, and he arrives and
cycling up to stop him in the extended fight.
And the initial play, the TP is not matched by Darshan. He had that available, decides to actually roam down. And then if you're going to run all the way down with the minions at that turret, you're getting there too late.
Yeah, and here is again CLG's aggressive tendencies trying to turn. No longer do you get the multi-man knockup. It's one knockup with a knockback, but they still combo a lot of damage. And then look at Darshan, he jumps in, he procs one vital on Flame after getting his ultimate off, and then they still continue to chase because they think they have enough, but they have no flashes up. They're still going up against an Elise and a bunch of other CC that can be chained, and they overchase.
And chasing that choke is so difficult to do because Immortals can really... Gonna get picked off, probably.
Still has hard skin to be used. They go after the one.
Oh, they could be there.
They take two down, Dardoch and Aphromoo, as Aphromoo just spawns, and now there's no smite for the Baron.
Immortals starting to take control of this game. 1,000 gold, this is a huge moment. No smite and a Callista on the Immortals team. They can secure this. The question is, can CLG stop them from getting it low enough? Doesn't look like.
Does Darshan even want to go in? The waves semi in their favor. They just have to
they want to go.
Save this off. The smite and the Ren come through. Obviously, Cody-san picks that up.
Objectives, that can get pretty tough. It's also a little bit interesting seeing Olleh here with the redemption on Thresh that heals for so little.
Oh, what a seismic jump coming in from Pobelter. Great repel from Xmithy to draw in the arrow, and Stixxay's down immediately. A lot of the damage is gone here, but Darshan comes in to deliver the rest as Huhi Huhi goes down. Darshan blinks, he breathes, and he almost dies in the same instant as Immortals chase him to the top side of the map, evening the kills at 10 to 10, but CLG's base is theirs.
That could be game. I mean, these are long death timers. They're knocking down the inhibitors. They have the minion wave. I think Immortals is about to end the series.
Immortals consistently playing around the situation and consistently finding the fights over CLG.
Aphromoo trying to delay the minion wave and wait for the respawns of Stixxay and Huhi, but it's still 5 on Stixxay, 15 on Huhi. Immortals is pushing for at least Nexus turrets.
Under 30 minutes coming into game 2, and it looks like Immortals in 2 games straight are going to be able to take down Counter Logic Gaming. 28 minutes in, the spawns are coming up here. Darshan in 7, but it's Stixxay just firing the arrows. Does he have enough in his quiver? They're pushed back to the fountain immediately by Flame as theirs is snuffed out. Immortals take it 2-0.
And just like that, it's over for Immortals. Now 6-1 on the split, already taking down so many of the top North American LCS teams. Victories over Cloud9, TSM, and now CLG as Immortals top the standings.
And I think this is perhaps their most impressive series yet, both because of the difficulty of the opponent and because how cleanly they played. Game 1 was incredible for Immortals, extremely dominant, and Game 2, despite early advantages going over to CLG, Immortals stay calm, they're able to make the plays when it counts, and they're able to then close out a game in 28 minutes that looked like it was gonna go late.
And so much of Immortals' success this split is about team. The hype for this matchup coming in was who got the better of the trade. Dardoch, Xmithie, CLG, or Immortals. But in this game, Xmithie started 1-4. He wasn't having a good game, but in no way did it feel like